Hi everybody and welcome. I am so glad that you're here. I am so excited because today we're gonna be sharing a really easy recipe and one that is really yummy, which will be an apple pie, and it's a super easy apple pie recipe. We're gonna be sharing everything, all the tips and tricks, and it's gonna be from scratch. So I'm gonna be sharing then how to do your crust, your apple pie crust first, and then we're gonna be doing the apple crust filling, and then we're gonna be enjoying it together. So bear with me, get in your little notepad as we always do, and write in there that recipe, because this is a must go into your cabinet so you can use it for future generations and also for all your other gatherings. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Yali's community. This is a lifestyle channel, so we share every Tuesday a new video with something cool like decorating, gardening, home remedies, also health related topics, all kinds of little stuff, and hiki days, cozy days, because we enjoy a cozy living. So this is the one stop for everything, and if you have been here for a long time, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. You're amazing. And start then with our crust. So first you're gonna be needing then 2.5 cups of flour, and I already have everything already measured for you guys. So 2.5 cups of flour, half a tablespoon of sugar. So half a tablespoon of sugar, very tiny. If you don't want to have sugar, you can omit that as well. Half a teaspoon of salt, so tiny little pick of salt, and then 1 cup of butter, and I'm gonna get that from the fridge now. I have 1 cup of butter. Well, I already have it here. So 1 cup of butter, and 1 cup of butter is the same as saying, well, 1 cup of butter for the crust will be then 2 of these. So 2 of the 8 ounces, 8 tablespoon butter that they have, because this tells you right there, it's gonna be 1/4 pound, which is the same as saying half a cup. So we need 2 of these. So we have, and then 6 tablespoons of cold water, which we're gonna be getting at the end. And then for the butter, we need the butter to be cold. So you're gonna be getting the butter right when you're gonna be making it. So I have them in the fridge, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna be cutting tiny little pieces so it will be better for us to use it. Let's tie up our hair so we don't have hair in our pie. That's very important. If you have long hair, you don't wanna have then a piece of your hair then in your pie, right? And just wash your hands and all that. So let me set up and we can then start together. So I just took the butter out of the fridge, and I washed my hands, put my hair all in a bun. We're ready to go. So we're gonna cut this in tiny little pieces, in square pieces, so it will be better to blend it. If you have a food processor, you can use a food processor. You can also do it by hand. I'm gonna be doing it in a blender, but the blender, I actually have a customized blender, I don't know, steering things that you can use. So that's what I'm using, and hopefully it will be just fine. If not, I'll just finish it up by hand. So I'm putting a whole bunch of little vertical lines first. That'll be better. And then cut it in tiny little pieces. Tiny little squares. You want to do this as fast as you can so it doesn't melt too much. You want this to be cold still, the butter, when it touches the flour. Put it to the side. 2.5 cups of flour, half a tablespoon of sugar, a little tiny teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of butter, 6 tablespoons of cold water. 1, not with ice, 2, and the last one, 6. Awesome. Okay, my hands are washed. I'm gonna just remove then my rings, because I'm gonna mix it up with my hands. So you're gonna try to just get it all together. You're gonna see some of the butter still, and that's okay, chunks of butter. I do love this part. This is so good. You don't need to like get it all together, compact it, because the fridge, once you put it in the fridge, it will do it on its own by itself. What I'm trying to do is just mix it up a little bit more. Look how beautiful it looks. It looks so good. Oh my God, I just love working with dough like this. This is so amazing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in half, but before that, let me just take the plastic wrap. So we're gonna take plastic wrap. When we make the pie, you know that we have the layer in the bottom and then we have the layer that's gonna be covering the top. So we need to then have 2 doughs. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this in half. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's it. Making a little bowl for one. Look how beautiful that looks. Fantastic. Putting it then in the wrap. And this is gonna go to the fridge. And we're gonna take the other one and do the same thing. So cute. Love it. And taking this. And if yours is a little bit flaky, don't worry. Once it's in the fridge, it will definitely come all together and it will take the consistency that you want. So I'm actually gonna take this one, and instead of being like a roll, I'm gonna put it more flat because it will be easier so that when we're rolling it. So I'm gonna put it flat like this. There we go. And this is going into the fridge for an hour, at least an hour. If not, you can leave it even more overnight. But we're gonna just put it for an hour. While we have the pie crust in the fridge, and it has been there for a while now, almost an hour, I was cleaning the kitchen, all that stuff, so you can use your time wisely too, right? And then we're gonna now start doing our apple pie filling. So it's very easy. Let's get that a pan. And we're gonna put in here 8 tablespoons of butter. So we have our butter already over here. And I put everything at once. Many people do it by steps, but I mix it just all at once, just like we did also with the pie crust. And it comes out perfect, so you don't have to worry about it. And then we're gonna be taking also 3 tablespoons of flour, which we have it over here. So 3 tablespoons of flour. Boom, done. And 1/4 cup of water. Put it in there. And also add 1 cup of sugar. There we go. We're gonna mix it all, put it in the fire for just a few minutes, letting it boil. Once it starts boiling, then we're gonna lower then the fire and let it simmer in there until it gets a consistency like a caramel. And you're gonna see it, I'm gonna show you now. While our filling is already over there, already done, we're gonna then start doing our apples. We're gonna need 6 to 7 apples, and I'm using in here a mix of different apples. I don't even know which variety I have over here. This was an amazing gift, what a blessing, from my neighbors. My neighbors, they went to an orchard and they picked a whole bunch of apples, and they didn't just stay with all of them for themselves. They actually shared them with a lot of people, and I was one of them. So they're amazing. I'm telling you, my neighbors are amazing. God is amazing. I love you guys so much. My neighbors, shout out to you guys. So we're gonna be sharing also the pie. with everybody else. And so we're gonna be making sure that we don't have no skin in the pie. The skin, you might leave it. Some people, not so much, I haven't seen it that much, but somebody might have left the skin in there because you can actually eat the skin, but it will not taste as good. You want to have that creamy taste and not having that crunchiness all of a sudden of a flakiness of the skin. So just so that we can have a really good yummy pie, remove all the skin and also the pits in the center. So we're gonna start doing that. Yay, we finished at least peeling them off. Now we need to get the middle section. Okay, now we cut all of our apples and it looks so good and so yummy. So we're gonna take the apples, super simple, mix it up with the mix that we made, and then add a little bit of cinnamon, maybe like 2 tablespoons. And I'm gonna be adding also a bit of hazelnut, just a little bit of like, what is this? A special flavor over there. So taking everything, all of our apples. I'm not measuring, I'm just going for it. Lots of cinnamon. A little bit of that hazelnut flavor. So good. And then we're mixing up our special mix that we made. Look at that. Ooh, so good. Fantastic. Tell me that it doesn't look like a caramel. Get it all out, and it smells so amazing. Oh, you're gonna love this recipe. Now make sure to mix it all up. This is a crucial step. Now we're getting closer to making our pie, which is so exciting. So we just finished with doing the filling, which is so good. I just had a little bite of it and it was so delicious. What we're gonna be taking now is, I took the dough that we just made an hour ago, take it out of the fridge, and look how pretty it is. It's really hard, right? And so look at that. But we wanna let it, sit for like a minute, which I already did. And that way it's gonna be easier for us to handle it. You're gonna take then your roller, which funny story, I don't have a roller because after we moved in here, there have been a little stuff that I have put in the list of things to do, that we have been here in this house for 1.5 years or so. And so Justin was just so amazing that he was like, well, we can fix that, because I just realized I don't have a roller. And so we took this from the, what is it, that way, the paper towel? Yes, the paper towel. Yeah, the paper towel rack where you put the paper towel. So we cleaned that up, and we're gonna then put in a whole bunch of the flour. We're gonna put a lot of the all-purpose flour. We're gonna be using it then so that it doesn't get stuck to this. So use whatever you have at your home. I know that in emergencies, you can also use a bottle of wine, which we have. Our bottle of wines are in the fridge, so it was not gonna be practical. So this is actually pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Once it has been out for like a minute, sorry? Improvising. All thanks to Justin. Thank you, Cielo. And so we're gonna go ahead and start rolling it. Now, as I said, we're gonna put a little bit of the all-purpose flour so it doesn't get stuck together. So we're gonna be doing that on this, and I also put a bit of wax paper in here so it doesn't get attached to the counter. And because I'm very messy, so that helped me out. So I'm gonna show you what we're doing. The pie is looking amazing. I mean, I am not an expert in the whole cutting because I am all about quickly, but I think it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty cute. So we're gonna then top it off with just a splash of egg. So 1 egg and a little bit of sugar. So one tablespoon of sugar, mix it up, and we're gonna then put the egg on top of, with the brush it on top of the whole pie, so it gets a golden brown consistency and it looks really pretty once we get it out of the oven. The oven has been preheated to 425 degrees. We're gonna put it first for 15 minutes at that temperature. Then after that, we're gonna, without opening the oven, we're gonna change the temperature from the 425 degrees to 350, and we're gonna continue cooking for 45 minutes. This is an old recipe. Whenever you find a recipe that you like, write it down, put it in your little notebook so you can use it and pass it on. I don't even know where I got this one. The pie has been setting out for almost an hour, so now it's not super hot, a little bit warm, and I recommend to do that. I recommend that whenever you get it out of the oven, after the 45 minutes at 350 degrees, let it sit, because it gets like very thick in the inside and all the juices just come all together and it sets very well. And then when you cut it also, it's not gonna be all liquidy going all out. So you're gonna be getting more of the consistency that you want for the pie. So now let's go ahead and cut it. You see, it's crunchy, but it is soft also in the center. And I know that if I would have not weighed, then it would have been super hot, which I could get burned, but also it would have not had that crunchiness and consistency that I want. I recommend to also have some ice cream, which I already got. Look at that, so good. I love this, this is amazing. Oh my God, I need to take all of this. I mean, I'm getting everything. I just love it so much. Oh my God. Okay, let's do a bite and see then how it is by itself. Amazing, amazing. I hope that you like it. I hope that you love it so much as I did. I mean, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's an incredible recipe, it's super good. And if you have people over that's gonna be helping you out, such a great bonding time to do this recipe. I'll see you again next Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends and family. Bye guys, enjoy the day, enjoy the miracles.